MULN has scored a big achievement by hiring an ex-Ford executive. So should you buy the stock? Stay focused as we go through recent news as well as my chart analysis and price prediction. But before we do that, subscribe to our channel Stocks 101 for regular stock market updates. Donald Borthwick used to manage over $3.25 billion in annual sales in the Western American region, and Mullen has hired him as the vice president of its commercial sales sector. Donald has 25 years of experience at Ford, where he had four major accomplishments, like growing their sales and signing multiple deals, as well as building a strategy for their EV vehicles. David said that Donald will play an important role in Mullen's emergence as a leader in the EV market. The vice president will be appointed at the Michigan Mullen Tech Center for the time being. With all that in mind, let's analyze the charts. So as you guys can see right over now in the 1-day chart for MULN, and as always, we'll first analyze the 1-day chart, then the 1-hour chart, and to end it off, we'll get to the 5-minute chart. But right off the bat, we can see that we're already in a gap up over another news that we recently got, right? So Mullen is hiring Ronald Dixon, who is, an ex-executive over at General Motors. He used to handle government sales over there as well, and now they've kind of hired him to handle government sales for Mullen. Also, what we just talked about in the previous part of this video, we've hired Ford's, ex-executive as well, right? Donald, I forgot his last name, I'm sorry, but yeah, that's great news, right? Again, that is a blow to the people that say that MULN is a scam, because I personally don't think that such reputed people would rather work for a company like MULN if it was a scam rather than going for, even retirement in general, right? Once you've worked at a top position in a company, you don't just go out there searching for scam companies that pay you well to get in and just make some money, right? Again, that's just my own take, no financial advice, but I personally don't think that MULN is a scam, right? Again, coming back to the analysis, we can see that after this inside candle that we got over here, right? Let me pull things over here. We can see that we got a red pin bar candle to the lower side over here, which indicates bearish momentum. But before that, we got another red candle to the upside. So this kind of gives me a reversal pattern, right? It's just, again, my intuition, not financial advice. So I personally think that we might be in for a reversal because, of course, we've again made somewhat of a similar low over here, right? We've kind of picked a support around 18 cents. So we hit that low again over here and then we bounced back up. We went all the way to 19.15 cents where we closed the day, and right now we're up at 19.27 cents, which of course is the pre-market, up 1.1%, right? So where exactly is the stock headed? Now there are two things to consider, of course. First up, the stock is a risky one, right? We all know that MULN is a risky stock because most people deem it a scam. Others, well, honestly, let's be real here, right? A lot of those people that call it a scam are just a part of the short selling group, right? Or they're just, they don't have any shares, right? That's why they're like, or, there could be another possibility that they had shares and they lost a lot of money and now they just hate the company and want to, push it to the verge of extinction, basically. And that is my theory. And on the positive side, right, where could this go on the upside? If you ask me, well, I always tell you guys about MULN that if you want to get into the stock, your trade should be in, managed in a way that your capital is entirely your stop loss, right? So if you're trading with this, I personally would do something that's, hey, if I can afford losing $1,000, I'll simply buy $1,000 worth of shares and see where it goes from there, right? I'll set no stop losses. I don't care if it goes to zero. I don't care if it goes to 10,000. That's the way you can trade such stocks, right? Again, no financial advice, but that does seem like the smartest way to me personally, right? Instead of betting in like $10,000 and being, hey, I'll set a target at $1,000 on the negative, so that would be my stop loss, and a profit take target up over here at $3,000, right? That's just not the way these stocks will probably turn out for you, because of course they have great upside as well as great downside. So you should probably consider that and use their full potential instead of limiting yourself to numbers. Now on the other hand, we can see that no matter how much we try, no matter how many good news we get, the stock has been continuously falling. And of course, we do have some websites, right? I won't name them, but some news publications that have been on, only putting out content that bashes MULN. They've only been putting out articles like, hey, you should sell this stock. I wouldn't be holding this stock. You should sell this stock, right? So that does seem a bit short motivated to me personally, right? Again, my own opinion. I'm not anyone to judge other people's work, right? Then, it's their opinion as well. So, yeah, it's up to you to decide. So, let me know in the comments if you think the same and if you're bullish on MULN or not. And with that, of course, we'll have to jump on into the 1 hour chart so we can continue our analysis. And now that we're in the 1 hour chart, let me zoom out a bit. We can see that over here, first up, um, around ending 7th December, we got crazy volume in the last candle, right? I won't exactly call it crazy volume, but in general, we got a good rise. So we fell all the way down, as I already told you in my past, I guess, 7th December analysis video, that we should go up after falling down. And I gave you guys, I think, a $19.50, or well, not dollar, but cent. I think I gave you guys a 19.50 cent target in that, if I'm not wrong, but I'll go and check after this video is done recording. And of course, we went up by about 6 or 7% in a single candle. Next day, got a gap up, right? Fell down a bit, but we performed pretty well, right? We didn't fall down by much, 0.52% fall. And I believe that this is a good time for the stock to recover. At the same time, if we look over here, we did see similar recovery over here, right? But at the same time, we fell down, and then, well, after this gap up was done, it was just a dumping spree, right? I don't personally want to see another dumping spree like that. So even if we get a gap up today, I'll personally want it to be not as volatile as before, so we can, only get in the buyers that we really need, only get in the buyers that are really going to hold the stock until the end. But the real question is what exactly is going on in the pre-market, and to analyze that we'll have to jump on into the 5-minute chart so we can see the extended trading hours as well. And now that we're in the 5-minute chart, first we'll analyze the 8th December performance. We can see that over here, once we started out, we kind of started out with a pin bar to the upside, followed by a red candle, kind of discarded that. So of course we were supposed to get the small fall that we got. Well, it's 2%, but considering the volatility of MULN, it is a small fall. After that, we did get a green pin bar to the upside, so this bull run is justified as well, right? I won't exactly call it a bull run, but just a short-term breather. After that, of course, again, we did get a green candle over here and another pin bar to the upside, which again justifies this bull, kind of bull trend that we got. Then we started getting pin bar candles to the lower side, which again justifies the fall that we got. After that, another pin bar on the upside. Well, the chart certainly did get a lot of pin bars, and this worked as well. Got about a 1% on the upside. Then we got a pin bar to the lower side over here, which I won't exactly say that it failed, right? Because we did fall down after this, but the fall was just not that significant. Oh well, it just it does turn significant after this, right? We got another pin bar over here, which gave us like a 1% on the upside, and this one right here was the real brutal one, right? Because of course, now let me tell you this. This is from my own personal experience only, that when you get a candle that's of course a pin bar, and it works something like this, right? You get a pin bar on the lower side, that's red, a pin bar on the upper side, that's red. That is usually a reversal pattern into a bearish mode, and that is exactly what happened over here. Why did I draw that line? I'm sorry for that. And of course, we can see that after that, we fell down pretty badly. And we did get a pin bar to the upside over here, nullifying this bearish trend. And then we did not fall that much, right? The situation was kind of under control. Well, we're up on the pre-market, 1.73%. So let's quickly jump on into the extended trading hours so we can see what's going on over there. And as you guys can see, well, there's nothing much to see, dry volumes, but that's how pre-markets are, right? We can see that in the aftermarket, we did get a jump towards 19.34, and currently we're maintaining the same level at 19.39 cents, right? Which is again pretty good. If you ask me what's going to happen today, I personally think that we might get a green candle today, right? So how will that work out? If you ask me, we probably should build up a bullish trend straight up over here, kind of continuing this movement that we got, right? So to continue this, we probably should move up over here. And considering the fact that we got great news as well today, right? We hired two top executives of two of America's best EV companies, Ford and GM. So at the same time, as I already told you in the previous part, that this is why I don't believe that MULN is a scam, because as you all know, just the top executive hiring thing, right? Top executives wouldn't just walk into any company's office and be like, "Hey, I want to join the company. I'll fill up your position." Right? That's not how they work, right? They have to look at a company and be like, "Hey, is this really the place that I want to work in? Is this really the company that I want to associate myself with?" And then they join in, right? And again, that's just speculation, but that's what I personally think would have happened, or at least should have happened. So with that, right, with my intuition and with my what should I call it? Probably my analysis, right? That should be a good way to state it. With my analysis, I personally don't think that MULN is a problematic company at all. Sure, it has its own problems. Every company does, but they surely will fix it with the way that they're moving, right? At the same time, I'm not saying, or rather guaranteeing, that the stock will go up, because of course this most definitely is not financial advice, as you should always do your own research before you trade. With that, if you enjoyed my analysis, be sure to hit the like button. If you did not enjoy it, be sure to hit the dislike button. You can subscribe to our channel Stocks 101 for more such videos. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one.